Guys, welcome back to the Unpopular... Hey.
Hello.
Sorry, we're starting again. Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion. I'm Kemi.
Prim. Claire.
And we're real.
Real.
And we're saying it all. This week's episode of The Unpopular Opinion was shot at Protea Skies Hotel.
It's so good to have you guys. It's so good to have you here, and you can tell I'm one who's very excited and
Wow.
very hyped. My friends,
Who are you? She's the
my friends-
Energizer Bunny.
my friends are feeling some type of way, but we are going to drive
You're
this.
taking over.
We are so excited to actually have you guys. We've been on a break for like a minute, I think.
Yeah, a couple of
A
weeks.
couple of weeks, yeah. But yeah, so it's so good to have you. And today we are going to be taking some questions that we took from the audience. We had some question tags on our private pages, and we asked you to ask for a friend. So this friend could be yourself. It's okay to love yourself. Or it could be an actual friend, or yeah. And we're going to be answering some of these questions and giving our views here and there. Yeah. And Fiona, take it away.
Okay. Let me start with this one. It's kind of long, but let me go through it a bit fast. This person says, I have a male friend. We've been friends for almost 8 years. He initially asked me out. I said no. He took it well and moved on and married someone else. He has started making suggestive comments. I don't know if I'm imagining it, so I can't call it out. Should I bring it up and sound paranoid, or just leave it alone?
Leave it alone. If it's just insinuations and
Especially when the person is married.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Leave it
What are you
alone.
assuming they are commenting?
What are you assuming?
What
if
are
they
you
have
assuming
not,
they're commenting?
if they have not said
They're not
something
expressed,
to you,
like an express
yeah.
statement.
Also,
Yeah.
if it's making you uncomfortable, just leave it alone. Go
that's
away
the
from
thing.
him. What are you doing around
When
him?
you listen to this question, is it making them uncomfortable, or are they asking of like what could this mean?
Why is that even a
they moved
question?
on and got married, but like are they saying that it's me they wanted? You want them to be asking these questions?
Yeah,
you understand,
I mean, this
I don't know.
particular
Where is the
one,
question
girl,
driving
move
to?
on, leave it
Yeah.
alone. There's nothing you should do.
Yeah, I don't see...
Distance yourself from
I
said
just feel like my
human.
ears would just be more like, Dobby the elf, is that you?
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem worth it stirring the pot.
I know,
No,
that's
Forward.
does it?
They've
Someone
been
is
married
married,
for
I tell you
8
This
years
should
ago.
exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't stir that pot.
Especially if he hasn't said anything. Do you know
express-
how
But
much
this
of a
feels
fool
like-
men will embarrass you?
Yeah.
But you know, even if he stated it, what do you do?
If he,
Even if he
that's a
stated it, what do
different
you do?
issue. But still, what are you going to do? Be with a
But
second
it's-
wife?
I feel like, you guys, this is the thing about these question boxes. Most times I feel like I want to continue.
What
Yeah.
is what?
So for you,
Tell us
are you
more.
asking, are you single?
Tell us more.
Because why is this, are you also married?
We need
and
more.
this person is asking, like
Yeah.
we need more
More
for
details.
us to be
Yeah.
able to.
Yeah.
Give
Best.
proper advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
guess
but
on the
I say
cover
leave
of
it
it,
alone.
that's, yeah.
Leave
Yeah,
it
leave us
alone.
yours.
Leave it alone. Someone says, talk about appearance and weight struggles, looking too skinny or too fat.
That's another episode of
I
its
feel
own.
like,
You know how TMI have done an episode of that?
Yeah.
Over 25. It's a whole topic.
It's a whole
it's a whole
topic.
topic.
It's a whole
But I
topic.
kind of feel that because the three of us kind of fall in between. Like, to begin with, it was people were saying you're too skinny. I think you're perfect. People are saying you and I are too fat.
Yeah.
But now, Prim, you've kind of gotten in the middle.
Yeah.
You get, I am the fat one, there's the skinny one, and then there's the one in the middle. So I feel like a lot of people ask me this. Me, I've never had an issue with my appearance. I've always felt good. Not felt, it's okay, the feeling physically is different from the way I've never thought I am, because I am not skinny. Do you get what I would not even use the word fat to describe myself. I am a nice, voluptuous woman, with curves where they're supposed to be. That's it. And they're exaggerated curves. So I've never really been... this particular one was I know this person and they're quite little small, very, very small. So they probably get a lot of questions about
Their
they're small,
body,
but
yeah.
I get the same questions about Claire. How
Being
are you
big,
so
yeah.
confident?
Yeah.
You can't win.
You
You really
can't.
can't. You
Either
just
too
decide that you
small,
look
too
good.
You know what's funny? Assumptions are such a funny thing because I assume that she's a big person. The person
From the
asking
question.
Yes,
from
that
the
question,
yes,
yeah.
such questions are always asked from people like us. But I know we want to do a whole topic about this, and probably that's when I'll be more like open and vulnerable about this. But for me, unlike you, I think for me, I got to a point where I struggled, and I've shared that with you guys before. I
Yeah.
struggled so much that even sitting here today in this chair, in this place,
Was hard. I remember
even
that.
just
remember those
here,
episodes?
I do. I remember
those
truly, you were
episodes
really, really
didn't
having
have-
it.
You
Yeah.
didn't have like
even
your...
just hearing, like you guys, just someone imagine asking that question, us just having to talk about this, it's so bad for me that it has affected I have issues with food. Like I struggle with food, not like, before it was like food addiction, but now I'm more paranoid of if I eat this,
I'm going to
go
do
back.
this.
I'm going to go back. And
Yeah.
for me, it's even nothing to do with physical, how I look like, but how I felt. Each time I got, say, like, do you know those spasms that come when you're ovulating or towards your period? When I get it in my breast, I'll be like,
Heart attack.
it is a heart attack, thank you. I'll be like, I am dying, this is it. There's a time I had a panic attack and I walked into Case Clinic. I was like, I am dying. I have a heart attack. Please help me. Like I stood at the reception screaming, like I am dying. I am dying. I was supposed to meet someone for lunch at La something, that restaurant there, and I stood up and I was like, I'm sure I'm having a heart attack. It was actually just a panic attack because I'd imagined, I think I've eaten this and I think this is it. This is the day I die.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was younger, like Form 2, a friend of mine had a brother. And one day the brother made a statement like, that's when I was starting to gain weight. And he's like, that guy liked me, right? He really, really liked me. He was on my case like for a very long time. But I like had turned him down what. And one day he said that, I believe abakazi abanene tebatukula, tebanaaba bawunya, bwe banaaba tebatukula. I think, and there started. When I was big, I
felt
dirty? I felt like I was dirty, yes.
Yeah?
Each time I showered. I think that's why most of my content was always, are you guys showering? Are you guys cleaning the certain places? My arms, going to my butt, like the butt crack into the, like for me, I make sure that I dry myself so much. Like there's no chance for
That's going to
dampness that
damp,
could lead to
yeah.
I'm so self-aware as a big woman. And because of someone making a statement like they believe that we are not clean, like big women, we are not clean. I feel like for me, I don't have the luxury to say that, I'm not going to shower tonight. It's cold.
Yeah.
Let me sleep. It feels like, what if I wake up and there's just all this dirt on the bed sheets or something? But it is a topic that we need to go into because most of these things are so much up
In
here.
our head.
Up here.
Yeah.
It
really is, to be
it's the
honest.
things you also, it's the things you hear,
Yeah.
the things we consume.
Yeah.
You know, there's this, okay, I feel like we are getting a little bit out of it, but we are still in this whole era of everyone has to be shaped like a calabash. You know that Fashion Nova look?
But Fiona,
Everyone needs to be shaped like a
I feel like
calabash.
there is of vanity about.
And you're like, no, I just feel like it felt so much more intense like a year or two
Before,
ago.
yeah.
It feels like a little bit now.
But they've
People of
relaxed.
other shapes are feeling
are coming
more
in.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now there was a time when it was just that Fashion Nova
Yes,
shape.
yes.
Everyone is like
Kim
perfect
Kardashian
little calabash. And
was
you're like,
the-
and those
do
are
real
the
people look like
characters.
people
this?
they were
Yeah.
posting for you to buy jeans.
Yeah.
And you're like, but I don't
And
know
you're like,
this.
but you
And you're
like
like
with your
to buy the jeans of that chick who is breathing in and there's a navel piercing.
Right? And then also me, of the no butt. I'm seeing all these girls with the perfect,
Yeah.
bubble butt.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're like,
Yeah.
are these clothes meant for me?
Yeah.
And I think, you see like how you assume the question was from a
big
person.
person.
It's so, you guys, small people also have insecurities.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've been very insecure about my size because I've been very comfortable. I remember actually having a
Generally.
conversation with someone and she was telling me how she gets uncomfortable and people tell her like, you're beautiful. But like she didn't know how to navigate.
Yeah.
And it struck me that I've never had a problem with that. When people say beautiful, I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so nice. And then she was like, growing up and stuff, I realized, as much as I didn't get it in my home, everywhere I went, people used to be telling me I'm beautiful. So me, I knew. Without a doubt,
not
I must
new.
be
It's
cute.
not new
I'm like, me,
information.
you can't even judge me anything. So I would even get surprised. It was only when we joined the Unpopular Opinion, actually, you would see those now and then comments. And it's rare, to be fair. Those now and then comments of like, this one, she's small, this, she's small. I'm like,
Now imagine me.
There's another opinion other than you. I am beautiful.
I used to get those all my life when I was younger.
Yeah.
I stopped I didn't even realize that they had stopped coming until now. Now it's like there's an obsession.
Yes.
Now it's like, oh my God, it's not men, it's not women.
Yeah.
People meet me and they are mesmerized. I see it, especially like at work. I see how someone, and people will be taken aback.
Yeah,
Like they'll
yeah.
look and just be like,
Yeah.
like, no, like a man will walk up to me and just say, like, Taina Chaya, God, it's just, oh my God.
You know that song of Afrigo Band, my Frev, shout out. I hope you're a fan, because I am.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Afrigo Band and Chameleon, it says, Abachala, it says something about the fact that there is a woman for everyone.
Yeah.
In other words, if you want the big one, and usually it's, by the
Yes.
way, a lot of times men are the one, men come and
I
say,
recently
you're even
thought about
fat.
it,
You're
but
even
yes,
fat, you
they've
know.
perpetuated
But this song
industry.
says it so perfectly. If you want a big one, she's there. If
Yeah.
you want a flat stomach,
Yeah.
she's there. Big boobs, they are there.
Yeah.
God made us
Go and
different
find
for a
your person,
reason.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I've been struggling a lot, but emotionally. When I look at myself in the mirror, you people, I look nice. I
Yeah.
am
And you do.
beautiful.
And you do.
I have a nice body.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I saw you walking on set and I was
And thank
All right.
you. So I have a nice body, although because I've been eating quite a lot because of my emotional, I have a habit of emotional eating. I've been feeling health-wise,
Inside your gut,
I've been
you do
feeling
feel
heavy.
that, yes.
And I'm feeling yucky. It's not anything to do with
Food
appearance.
Have you ever eaten like
It's absolutely nothing to do with appearance.
food is exhausting?
Yes,
gut health
especially
affects everything.
carb.
Does.
And I love carb. Which Uganda I love carb. So carb just sits in your stomach like this and makes it bigger. You guys,
even
I'd
makes
look
you
at
feel like you
myself in the
can't breathe.
mirror and I'd look hot, but the way I would
You're
You're
feeling.
feeling. Yes.
was absolutely
Food does that.
terrible.
So man, this topic of weight and what it brings in so many aspects: self-love, the sexes, society, and so many
Health.
things.
Yeah.
Let us know if you guys want us to do a full topic. Maybe we even invite like someone or
Yeah.
let us know if you
People,
want
yeah.
a full topic on that, because
Yeah.
clearly we can't finish the whole thing. Let me go to another question. Okay, I don't even know where to start. There's so many questions. Okay, someone asked a couple of questions about our group dynamic. Okay, how do you handle misunderstandings amongst yourselves and manage to ensure that you are consistently on the same page?
We don't have misunderstandings. I don't understand.
I feel, of course, we don't see everything the exact same way.
Yes, but
No,
we don't have misunderstandings. We just have difference in opinion.
Well, I think it doesn't matter what we call it. In any group of people, whether you're
Yeah,
doing business
there are
together or you're
differences.
friends or you're doing both like us, like we're friends and we're doing work together, we have our stuff that we don't see the same way. But I feel like it's just communication.
Yeah.
It's the sitting down and having the conversation. You
Yeah.
can't say, well, we have hacked it, or now we have perfected.
But what
maybe
I
sometimes
feel-
it seems like that online.
We need to make clear is
Yeah.
we don't argue, we don't fight, we don't cut fight, we don't call each other. You'll never see me calling, can you imagine Prim? No.
It's very respectful.
Yeah.
No, I feel like we're very respectful in our interactions. It's just communication. Even where we don't see things the same, we stop and we discuss.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't even know if there's like another answer for this. We just are very respectful in our communication of stuff.
Yeah.
If I don't see something the way Prim sees it,
You
then in the meeting we
communicate.
sit
Yeah.
and we figure it out. Because soon we're going to have fines for late coming. And that's how we deal with our problems as a group.
The adult way.
Yeah, no way. I don't know, do you guys want to say anything about this?
I think we've
There's
done.
not much.
There's not much else. We don't really.
Just kind
I
of
don't
is
even
what
see it as misunderstandings, just difference in opinions because
Yeah.
we're from very different backgrounds.
We're just different people. We're
Yeah.
individuals.
So we just have difference in opinions. We sit down and talk about those opinions.
Yeah. Okay, give us another one.
The next one is, okay, so there's this lady. She says, I'm a young single mom of 1-year-old twins, and I'm 31 years old. Now, there's this guy that's on my case, and I'm wondering, when do I tell him that I have children? Like, the day you met him?
She has not told him yet.
The day you met him, let me finish. It's now 2 weeks since we met, and he claims to be so in love with me that he wants to marry me. After 2 weeks, red flag.
But some people know.
Mind you, it was love at first sight in his words.
Okay. I just feel like that's something that should come up in the beginning.
But also be very wary of love bombers.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it
true.
That
should
love
come,
bombers are.
you're saying that it should come in the beginning, but I also feel like I understand why she has not yet told him. I'm always telling women that you're so much more than this situation that you have at hand, right?
Yeah.
I know that being a single mom right now is sort of an extension of who she
is.
But how about if she's presenting herself as who she is? So this person can decide that, oh, I like you, you understand?
Yeah.
Then one day, say, if we've known each other for some time, and I'm not even going to use terms of like months or whatever, we can finally sit down and I'll be like, oh, by the way, this is what I come with. Although that also sort of works against you because this is someone who is falling in love with you as you alone. But you guys, rukundo yomwana eruga chinyi cha nyina. So if this person, like
say it in English,
the love of a mother, of a child, comes from the
mother,
the vagina of the mother, like loving the mother's vagina. Okay, like you love someone's child if you love them. You understand what I'm trying to say. So what if, like this is me saying, oh, by the way, I come with this person, right? So if how would you love me differently, knowing that I have a child and that I don't have a child?
Mama, there are some people who will not.
I know, me, I feel like anyway, I'm not a single mom, so I can't speak from where she's coming from. I don't know. I think for me now, I translated it into, if someone comes to me and they have a child, I would like you to say it as soon as possible. Because it's not, I feel like it's important for both of us to put, I don't know, as I get older, I feel like there's nothing that will, it's not a bias. It's important for you to give me important information, like basic important information. Hi, I'm this one, this is what I do, I have a child. I feel like those are things that you can even tell me on a
kind of like,
I would be really comfortable with you telling me that.
It's single dad. James, I saw you across the road.
No. You might not say it on the first day,
like
but you definitely, I won't say when I meet you that immediately that I'm a single mom.
Yeah, you may not say it on the first day.
But I'll say it on like the second. Because it's kind of like if a guy was cornering you and you find out after him falling in love with him that he works in the army and he's never around, half the year he's not around. You need to make a decision if you can be married to a man that's not even there. Do you understand?
So, or
the other way around. Tell me before I fall for you.
Important information.
Yes, and I make a decision.
That's the thing, she's not hiding this information. She's just...
She is hiding if she hasn't said it.
She's just not yet ready. With this person, she doesn't feel like you're the kind of... Like, you're not yet in the place where I want to be.
But you know, she herself is making it an issue.
Also to decide whether I want to pursue you truly or not. And that's an important part of who you are.
But
I'm not saying it's all you are. It's not. But it's an important thing. I'm not saying it's not who you are. But it's an important thing.
It's a very, very, very important thing.
If I maybe, I don't know, if I lived with another child, even if it's not my child, it's something I want to share with you. Because guess what? If you think you're going to come and hang out with me anyhow, I take care of someone. Is that something that is maybe a non-negotiable for you? No, early. And we like to know things early.
But I also fall in love
with you after 1 month.
I also feel that we give it so much. Because like it should be. It's important, yes, but you're making it an issue. Do you understand? You're making it an issue, and already you're being dishonest because lying by omission is lying. You get what I mean? It's lying. Lying by omission is lying. You have an important factor in your life that is going to affect his.
But you guys, how many people, because first of all, this is a single mom of twins, and how many people is she going to date? And each of these people say, oh, by the way.
You tell them all. You tell them all. You tell them all. Because it's a big, it's kind of like if you.
I feel like by the time she's even asking, like I said, I really wish we could do follow-ups on these people.
But what if she
by the time she's asking, this is someone she's very... when she meets her person, the one she knows is her person, I feel like it will be that she'll even find it easy.
But you see, practice also. If
practice. Why are you hiding your children? They are a part of you.
Omission is weird.
Yes.
You may be thinking like I'm omitting whatever.
But for him, it's like you've lied to me.
I just be on phone saying, oh yeah.
Because if someone...
yeah. Oh, by the wait, Sirika. I tell the child Sirika. Oh, the child I'm telling Sirika is my child. That's
it's willful deception, in my opinion. 2 weeks, okay, you can get away with it 2 weeks, but longer than this, you need to tell him.
I'd also say
You
tell
really, really need to tell him.
someone you're
And if he
let her tell
decides
him
it's
that the
only
love
2
bomber
weeks, you
can finally
can.
now just bomb
Yes.
himself inside. You know what?
But also, I
Let
was
him
going
bomb
to
his
say
love
that
inside.
be wary of love bombers.
Yeah.
They tend
Actually,
to
love
be
at first- but
narcissistic.
There are those who are very, when he says love at first sight, it's genuine. There are people who
Yes.
say even 20 years later that for me it was love at first sight for my
Yes,
partner.
that's like my
Yeah.
husband. But Bambi, he didn't love bomb me.
But then there are those who are lying. So anyway, you tell him because, well, you're not hiding it. You're much more than that. And if this person is, doesn't, says that they don't like kids, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's not for you.
Yeah, that's not for you.
I'd
You
say
wait for
get it
someone else
out of
who-
the way. Say it, get it out of the way. It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know if you say it after like 3 months
Yeah.
and you've already fallen
After
in
3
love,
months,
now
I'm
you
like,
have a heartbreak
I was
to
on
nurse.
holiday. Oh my god, I was on holiday. How did I tell you? So sorry. This granola is for the twins.
Okay. Someone asked that what's your say about pooling in Baganda? I'm reading it the way they
I
wrote
get
it.
that
It's not just
question.
Baganda.
all
That's the
the
first
It's
thing
just
in my
Baganda.
head.
We are all
I
here.
always thought it
We are all
was
just here
just
dangling.
Baganda.
We are all just here
So
dangling. We are living
many
our best
African
lives.
traditions. Eh?
Okay, I don't know about. I haven't researched about the rest of
It's
Africa, but in Uganda,
yeah, in
there's
Uganda, it's
so many,
diverse
communities.
Guys, tell us
Wait,
if
okay.
you
No, let me tell you
are
for me
in
what
the
I'm going to tell you. I had not done it before, but then I realized that I had done like really, really short, right? But then after some time, I was like, okay. When it said, I realized that it increases my sensitivity, right? And yeah, I decided to just pursue it after.
when you were how old?
When I'm now older. When I was
Okay.
older.
Who told you to do it?
No one. I realized that the little that I had actually helped with my sensitivity. And I was like, okay, how about if I make
So
it
you were never
longer?
told in school?
No, before I
no
was.
one ever
Before
told
in
you?
school we were
Did you
told.
do it?
No, I didn't when we were told in school.
Okay.
So when I was older and I made that decision to, now let me do it for myself. For me, it increased my sensitivity. It really did that for me. So I was like, okay. I did it then later, now in my adult
How
life.
long did it take?
I think it's like a process. Every after a period, it goes back and you have to
Yeah.
do it more. Yeah, you have
Also,
to keep...
Because I think you remember we were talking about it earlier because we were looking at these questions earlier
Yeah.
and we were saying how you were saying why do they tell these things to like younger
That's
girls?
my issue.
Okay,
I think it's because your bodies are softer then.
No, apparently because also even when you get older, in order for you to not do that going back, you have to, there's what specific herbs you have to use. There's a specific way, like it has to be
And when
more
you're
detailed.
younger,
When you're
yeah.
younger,
You don't have a job. That's all
Oh,
you
no,
have.
not only just a job, but
you
even
have
the
time.
way
Even
it's
the
set
sense
up.
that,
The actual physical setup of it is easier for it to elongate and not
more,
just snap back after a while. It elongates and
Because
stays.
for me, I go through that now, imagine.
Yeah, no, it's
It goes
because
back.
we
I
are
have to
older.
keep-
It's because we are older. Apparently, there's some sort of herbs or
Yeah.
what.
Even now they're herbs.
Huh?
Even now they're herbs.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
herbs. They're herbs that you are supposed to use when you're older for it to not contract. No. But yeah, I don't know. It's when she says in Baganda, I don't know. I'm assuming maybe it's someone who is not a Muganda. Maybe,
Yeah, but it's
and
not
they're
just among the
wondering.
Baganda.
But it's not. It's everywhere.
many
It's
of
in
us,
so
Everywhere.
many everywhere. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I think that you
Same.
choose your things in this life. Who is it? If it's not hurting you and you've decided that I'm glad you got to choose it when you're older. I think that's nice. I think a lot of people do it when they're younger because they tell you. I remember there was this thing of that it will affect the way you give birth, which I think was a lie that people were trying to tell because they didn't want to talk about the sexual aspect. So it's kind of, I feel like the way it's presented is convoluted and becomes like as if it's a bad thing. Yet it shouldn't be a bad thing. It should just
So
be.
I feel like what makes it bad to me is the fact that it's introduced when you're so young that, I mean,
You
they
don't
bring
have
it
that
up when
choice.
you're
Even the facts,
13,
first of all.
14. You don't even know what
What
is
is
done
That's the
there.
omission that
Do you know what I
guys are talking
mean?
about,
Yeah.
that they'll meet the
They'll
really
meet
commit
the,
as actually a
yes,
sexual thing,
yes.
not for
But
giving
no, what
birth.
I'm saying is the moment you touch down there, it's sensitive, even for a child. It's sensitive.
Is it?
Do you know how many girls have started masturbation
Because of that.
because of it? Do you understand? Because the moment you touch it, you realize it feels good. You start to explore.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we had...
If you think about it, I know masturbation is not a thing we talk
sense.
about as women.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But if
I
women
think
have
masturbation also. Okay. This is a
If you
Ugandan-
think about
this is a
it.
Ugandan TV show. Okay.
You are going
And
to
then
get
I
a
was going
bit.
to say a whole. It's okay for women to explore
No,
their
I
bodies.
feel like
but
it is, but the
it's
problem
also
is when
it
because
gets an
they're
addiction.
so
When it's an
young.
addiction, also when
Yes,
They
they're
don't
so
know.
young that they don't know what they're doing. But we give them information, but half information, and to them when they're too young to make we get girls to touch themselves. That's literally what we do.
But you know, it's
we
painful.
tell them
Like,
to
when you're
touch themselves.
When you're pulling, it's a bit more painful. So I don't know. Is it sensitive? When you're...
No, but obviously,
It's okay,
eventually
it
you will.
creates
Yes,
more sensitivity. That's
yes. It creates more. Some girls, very many girls like myself. Now I didn't pull. You get, but when I was told of it, I started exploring. But I didn't know what I was doing. I just realized, oh my God, this feels nice. You know what I mean? So it's something that is not talked about because a lot of women do not admit to masturbation. You get to the fact that they've masturbated
it's been
before.
normalized for the other gender.
Yes, it's okay for the men. Men will be boys, will be boys. But for girls, we're always constantly ashamed.
Yeah.
But for me, when I was younger, that's how I realized when I found out about this pulling thing. I was told not to, but it was too late. I was already curious.
Yeah.
You get, I didn't pull because I didn't want the pain, but somehow I just went and started exploring because I'm like, hey, what else is down there?
Yeah.
You know, and that's the logic behind it. So how many girls go back to their beds
And try
at
to.
night
And that's when we're told to do
and
it at
touch
home. You were told in
themselves?
boarding school, like, you do
And
it at
do
night.
you get what I mean? They finally find, oh my God, they start getting curious at too young an age. You know, so we're giving them information without giving when they're too
full
early. I don't mind
information,
pulling. Like if you guys say it's better sensitivity, even me, I can go back home and start pulling, my dears. I have no issue with it as an
We're not
adult.
saying
You
it's
can make
better
a
sensitivity,
decision.
But we're saying that, okay, for me, it improved mine.
Yeah. No, anything
But also,
for good
people are
sex,
saying that
right?
It's encouraging men to be lazy. You know it. Like, don't do so much work. Just please touch
Just
here like
touch
this.
here.
And
Small,
Yeah,
and you're there.
let us carry
So
it.
for me,
Let
my
me carry
issue
the
with
heavy load
it
for
is
you.
the fact that children are exposed to sexuality
Quite
too
early.
early when
Without
they
the
don't know,
information.
without good information, you know. So they get into, now they have access to porn on phones and stuff. So they start touching, and the moment you start feeling those feelings,
Sensations, yeah.
there's no going back, by
That's
the
true.
way.
That's how it ends up in addiction.
I just
Exactly.
realized that there's for our international audience, we've not even told you what pulling is.
Right.
It just hit me that, hey, there might be people listening to this. Because I remember there was a time when I was somewhere, I was waxing. And so we're talking, I talked to the person you wax. And she was like, I was in this country and I didn't even know what this was. So I said waxing people, and I was like, and I had to go and ask questions. What is this? How come? Why does it look like this? So it just hit me, actually. There are people, even in East Africa, who don't actually know what pulling is.
That's true.
So it's
Elongating
the labia through like it's like over a period of time you keep like
some people's
gently pulling
labias
it.
are really long.
Yeah, but then pulling
Like
is
really
to
long.
extend
To extend
wherever you
yeah.
are, to extend it further. So that was just a
So
point of
we normally
information.
pull them and they're out, like sometimes they'll be out.
They
of
hang
the
out
vagina,
like
they
this.
hang out of the vagina, and
Yeah. So
they are very sensitive. They are very sensitive.
okay.
There's a friend who says that when she sits on that she's always dismissing that whole pulling. He's like, you'll find yourself turning yourself on by sitting on a board. It hits a pothole and there you are. There you are. Anyway, next
So
question.
someone is asking, how do you push through your depression? Are you on meds? So this, I think,
This
was
was yours,
directly
yeah,
to me.
personally.
No, I'm not on meds. I feel like it has just been one of those, you just keep moving. You have no choice. I have no step-by-step.
Yeah.
I don't have a step-by-step process. There are days when I just can't. I really, really can't. I shut the world out. I just shut the world out. You cannot I just be. And then there are days when I get up and I have to. There are days when I have to. No matter what I feel, I just move through it. But also therapy and having a people you can talk to. I have had the privilege of having people that I can talk to. My sister is an amazing person to talk to. You guys have been great as well. There are times when I don't want to talk to people, and I've allowed there. Sometimes when I just don't want people in my space, I don't want anyone in my face, and there could be a month when I don't see anyone, and that's okay as well. So I've just allowed it. I'm not fighting it. I've just allowed that this is where I am. therapy is also working, but I understand therapy. For therapy, sometimes you can't afford it. Actually, most of us can't afford weekly therapy. You can't. You'd be like, weekly therapy, but I have also this to pay for and this to pay for. So what I've usually done for therapy is if I need to talk to someone, I talk to someone. If I can gather up the money for the therapy, if I can get like a 500K and just pay for a couple of weeks, that's what I do. And then there are weeks when I do not have the disposable income to pay for therapy, in which case I just talk to someone or listen to a podcast that's also therapy, things like that. I've just allowed, and there's no step by step for anyone. Everyone is different. Some people like being around other people. I don't. When I'm going through a really bad time, I really can't be around people. And that's who I am, and I've accepted it. I used to feel really bad about it, but I've accepted it, and so have the people around me. And they know when Claire is going, she'll be back and she'll tell us everybody. I'll tell everything after, but not during. That's how you just accept how you deal with it. Yeah. I don't know if that has helped, but that's basically, there's no step by step.
Yeah.
There's no magic potion.
Yeah. I think if you can, get help.
Yeah.
If you can, try. I feel like now there's more those things of like group therapy.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective they are because I've never been in it, but maybe it's a place to start. I don't know, maybe it's a place to start. I know they do that at, the name of the place has gone. It's in like Chambogo area. But anyway, if you can
he has
seek out
it.
some
If
group.
you look at, I think Dora Mwima and Sharifa Namsisi, they had a thing. I don't know if they still go one monthly thing. I think
Like a group something.
a group therapy thing that they had, and I know for a fact I've know for a fact that Sharifa Namsisi is an amazing therapist. She is a good therapist. So start with her. Look for her on Instagram. I think it's Let's Fix It Counseling. She's really good at what she does. So start there maybe.
Okay. Thanks, babe. I think we're going to do this as the last question. Okay, I just want to... You guys, we received a funny question. I'm not trying to, Bambi, make your question smaller, the person who asked it. But someone asked, how have you handled witchcraft at workplaces? And like...
What workplace? We come to Protea Skies to shoot.
Kampala.
So which workplace? We don't even have work. Friends, we don't have work to bitch about.
I was like, are we coming to you as people who maybe seem like we have witchcraft?
Do you see haunts?
We are struggling with witchcraft. Like maybe under here we keep some...
Do you see herbs?
To keep you on our channel?
The only herbals we are doing, friends, is bobo for washing in the under.
Do we live in the same world? Do we all use the same?
But Bambi, it's also not to minimize maybe the people who are really struggling with this. But honestly,
Do you know what? This is something
know.
I've never really been curious about witchcraft. When anyone says those things, I just
Bambi,
don't
anyway,
deal.
we're really...
But I suppose there are people who really
They're
go
happening.
through
It's just that we don't have the work.
Just that we honestly
We don't have the work to be witched about. There won't be. If you're unemployed, honestly, what witchcraft which witchcraft are you even finding workplaces when you don't have work in the first place?
So that's that. I think that let's do this. This one was just kind of like a side note, but someone asked, is it okay for a woman to date a younger man? Well, yeah.
Yes, Paul.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Get it.
Balina
Get your young, energetic hunter.
Hey, a hunter. Just imagine them like in loincloth and a spear.
Yeah, and back
Just
and
guys, it's one of it.
front covered.
Age does not matter. Age does not matter.
Yeah.
Maturity does. You'll find a 50-year-old man with a maturity of a 15-year-old boy. And then you'll find a 15-year-old boy that is as mature as a...
Pampers, but everything else
He's just so
you're mixing
immature.
his tea, and you even
He might even pack there the latest Benz.
Like this.
He might even pack there the latest Benz, but he has the maturity of a 15-year-old. So don't worry much about age.
You might even have your 40-year-old there mashing his feet. Akamunda kagaliramu ovakado.
Can take him soup. So what it can.
So just be careful. Don't matter. We sometimes put emphasis on such vanity.
But I understand where it comes from too. Like we understand generally where it comes from.
Do you know? I feel like
you're
our...
feeling like, am I now the old lady who is dating a
Everyone
small
is
boy?
judging
I don't
me.
know. Like it can make you.
Yeah.
But it's honestly okay.
Yeah,
If
it's
that's
fine.
the person for you.
That's the person for you.
Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are these all the questions?
Yeah.
You are enjoying
We're enjoying
it?
it. Okay, okay, you send us more questions so we can do another episode like this where Prim answers all the questions.
I like this question.
Well, this is fun.
Wait, one more
Wait.
question.
Okay, let's do one.
Does a right partner exist? Does true love eventually find you?
Let me keep quiet. I'm not in.
You're not talking.
So I think I'm going to talk about that thing that you and I always talk about. That some people never marry the love of their life. Most people don't marry the love of their life. The one that hits you, that even you always keep telling yourself that this is the one that got away, this was my true love, right? But you meet people that come in a form of that come in a form of what you call true love. Because when this person is asking, I assume they're asking from, do you want to be a snowman? That version, right? Like, but it comes in a form of, I think like that when true love now finds you, it comes to satisfy the needs you have in that moment, and it adjusts with those needs as you go, as you change as an adult, as you grow, as you become a mother, as you battle cancer, as you battle poverty, as you know the different seasons in our lives. True love will come and it keeps adjusting. It's like what's this? Is it microorganism in biology? There's something that keeps amoeba that changes.
The microorganism.
that changes. You know how amoebas change form. So even true love will keep changing form to accommodate your seasons.
You've actually recently I think someone was using the term love of my life, and I was telling them how that term for me, I can't use it, for example, right now, of like, oh, maybe there was someone I was with at some point. I used to think like that, but now where I am, the way I appreciate love of my life, you have to have spent some life together for you to be the love of my life.
That's true.
We may be in love and all of these great things, but before we've actually gone through some things,
Life.
I don't see how you can be the love of my life, or or me yours. Like, we need to have spent some life together. Gone through certain things, adjusted ourselves, done this, done, I don't know, navigated some things in this world. Like when people tell me, like how the decades have celebrated there, how many years?
10 years.
I'm
Now
like,
you can be like,
you've
yeah,
loved each
love
other
of
for
their
a
life.
That's the love of your life.
Yeah.
I see that with, I think, my partner, like having gone through hospital the whole of last year. To tell you the truth, if